OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. OG's turn to pick.
Earth Spirit.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Needs assassin.
Radiant team pick.
Here, okay, but this match, Clutch Gamers, they're playing for the pride factor. They are going to be in the losers bracket at this point, but we'll see what happens there. Spirit, or excuse me, OG on the other side. I don't believe they're guaranteed just yet, but you know, feeling pretty good about the chances coming in with that 4-2 record. Again, the last game for both of these teams, of course. So
yeah, so 4-3. I think they are guaranteed because of head-to-head results, but there could be a 6-way tie at 4-3. Not quite 6-way because somebody still has to play against each other, but we could definitely see multiple teams at that 4-3 record. There's a chance that like a lot of the tournament ends up at 4-3.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
that's a pretty comfortable pick for them. Jerax.
Invoker.
Radiant team ban.
It is an extremely early Invoker, and the only reason I could see them wanting to pick this now is if they're looking to do something interesting in the last couple picks and want to hide a pick, whether that's for a Broodmother or a Huskar or even a Meepo. Grabbing the Invoker this early, that would be my guess. And yeah, Jerax's Earth Spirit's been getting a lot of traction in this event as it is, but then when you have a player like Jerax that can play it, it can just get filthy. I'm more interested to see why Phoenix has just shot up in popularity lately. Seems a little odd to me.
Actually, like decent money on the line. Okay, now it's time to draft Phoenix. That's seriously what it feels like. I just don't get it.
No, I'm kind of with you. It does feel that way, and it's just odd.
Reserve time.
Invoker being picked up this early too, and this is a little bit of you know, I'm not 100% serious, I guess, when I say this, but part of me is also because of how trolly they've kind of been with their strategy sometimes. Could it be setting up for, dare I say, you know, a not a mid invoker? I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I don't think so, but maybe.
Kind of like beating them. Yeah. It's a tough game, man. It's a tough game nowadays. Back in my day, it was much easier.
Like, offlane Invoker was a thing for a little while. They'd go Quas Wex, use that control they get in the extra regen from Quas, get Ghost Walk super early, you could Tornado defensively, but it wasn't ever really a big thing.
Didn't Insania ran Invoker recently at the regional qualifiers for Cool Beans there against, it was in their final match, I want to say. He actually ran support Invoker. Yeah.
It won, didn't it?
Was that the one match that they won? It honestly,
I think so. I don't know. They do some weird stuff. They ran Abaddon mid. I mean, I don't know. There's some interesting fellas. So we got the DP ban out of OG. This is a hero that banned now quite a bit in this tournament. And I'm really more interested to see what Clutch's ban was with the Visage. Like, Visage has seen some play. I don't think I've seen it win yet in this tournament. But not wanting to play against it, so they get it out of here.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Yeah, well, you have a lot of options. In all honesty, most of the decent mid laners will do just fine, if not better than an Invoker. You've got like Queen of Pain, Lina,
OG's turn.
both still in the pool, both do just fine. The Batrider out of Clutch means this is looking like our support duo with the Nyx and the Phoenix. And honestly, it's good if you're ahead, but that's a little rough for a lineup if they fall behind in lanes, which unfortunately has kind of been Clutch's MO this tournament. If you're ahead, you just run at stuff with the Batrider, Napalm, and Firefly, and just dive in aggressively with Phoenix for some good eggs. I think OG's gonna go Huskar, man. I really do. Yup.
Ten seconds remaining.
Yeah, I really think that's the plan. At this point, they've drafted Arc Warden twice, Meepo once.
Juggernaut.
OG's turn to pick.
I mean, if you don't pick it here, does Clutch ban a Huskar? Do they have to? I mean, right now, it actually looks pretty okay into this lineup. The Nyx Assassin is a bit unfortunate because once Spike Carapace gets leveled, as long as one Burning Spear is on him, he could just Carapace you for days. And there we go. We're going to see a Chaos Knight instead. A little bit, but it is what it is.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Just like that, the SJWs unite. Yeah, all in all, it just kind of lost its place. It's too mana intensive for a hard 5 support, and I don't know. Maybe they'll do Mid Oracle. Mid Oracle does a ton of damage. I mean, honestly, any other tournament, I wouldn't be saying this stuff, but we've seen Ichi ran AA mid. Like that's the only reason I have justification for this.
Turn to ban.
Savage. Oh. Yeah, they need an offlaner.
10 seconds remaining.
Yep, Tide, LC, Void, or Night Stalker, Void, all pulled out, even Bristle.
Remaining.
Right now, Earthshaker's probably the big premium one left in the pool. It's
Reserve
not
time.
super great into the Clutch Gamer lineup. There's just a lot of ways to break the blink and kind of cause trouble. But all in all, yeah, it's probably still fine. It's a lot of control. And when you have a Chaos Knight, we've seen that he can almost solo carry games if he gets farmed enough. You just need stuns around him to make sure he can hit people.
OG's turn to pick.
Quap, Lena, both still there.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Alright, no, we figured it out. Twitch chat, help me out here. It's offlane Earth Spirit, and it's roaming Chaos Knight. Because Fluff and Stuff did it one time, that means it's a thing.
10 seconds remaining.
I like Shaker here. And gonna go with Beastmaster? Alright.
Team pick.
I don't think it doesn't have the control that Earthshaker does, but the Inner Beast is gonna be nuts with Chaos Knight Phantasm.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Yeah, it is going to be a nice setup here for the Sunstrikes, but the one thing I'm really curious about, generally OG kind of sacks S4. They ignore him in the early game, they don't give him a lot of assistance, he's supposed to fend for himself. Beastmaster that doesn't get items is going to be rough to play. That Necrobook last game we saw came out so fast and was a huge portion in why they were able to stay in the game as long as they did. And if S4 has the normal kind of game he's been having this tournament, it's going to be very difficult to find relevancy. Just pick Quap. Although it's really bad into Beastmaster. That actually does negate a lot of the options they probably want to pick.
Yeah.
Lena
still
looks
and Quap.
fine.
Both, yeah, I think so.
Lena still looks fine. Even TA was still in the pool, which is a pretty good matchup into Invoker. OD gives them a little more flexibility. This gives them an Astral Imprisonment on the Roar target, or whoever No-Tail's gonna just destroy with a billion illusions. I like the pick here, provided he gets through the laning phase intact. Although for Clutch, they're really lacking control. You look at OG's side, they've got Invoker, Earth Spirit, Chaos Knight, even BM ult. They just have all of these stuns, all these roots, all this control. And on Clutch, you've got a Nyx and a Batrider Lasso. There's just very, very little there. And I'm a little nervous how well they're going to be able to protect this Phoenix's egg when he goes in.
Yeah, keeping that alive, name of the game there. Those supernovas. So, sure enough, it is on the Invoker.
Remaining.
Pretty much everyone playing as expected in the end. On either
5
side right here.
seconds
Clutch has been known to switch up a little bit. They're one of these teams that has that diversity of, swap things. Right? We've seen Gabby play the mid role, where Mel's played, the safe lane carry, or the carry in the aggressive tri lanes. But again, it's going to end up more in the roles that we expect them to be coming out of here. So,
yeah, and as far as how this game is going to play out and when each team is good, the things to look out for is shutting down S4. Slow down his level 6 as much as you can. Make sure he doesn't get to one item for a while. And try to go into the mid game with, at the very least, Boombacks being at the level he's supposed to be and OD having one movement item. If OD can get auto attacks off, he can burn through those CK illusions. But as the game gets later and there gets to be more and more CC up, OD's going to struggle to even get those 4 or 5 autos off to kill the CK illusions. Like, late game ODs that we expect this huge 80int stolen Astral, a lot of times they just only get 3 or 4 autos off in a fight.
Prepare for battle.
here we go.
You got Clutch.
Yes, let's do it. Right. Clutch Gamers on the Radiant side. We got Fly Solo playing the Phoenix. Our Mel on that Outworld Devourer, also known as OD. Batrider in the hand of Rappy. Juggernaut being played by Gabby. And Boombox on the Nyx Assassin here. And he's going to be running down Jerax on the other side.
And he will get away. On the OG side, we've got Fly playing the Oracle, Honest playing Invoker, Jerax on the Earth Spirit, S4 on Beastmaster, and No-Tail gonna be playing a Chaos Knight. Not as out of the box this time from OG, but definitely still some interesting picks. The Oracle is definitely out of left field.
We were seeing, again, completely different region, to be fair, Southeast Asia regionals covering there for the regional qualifiers, and Oracle was making a fair amount of appearances to our surprise to an extent. Now, again, even in that, she didn't, I keep saying she, Oracle did not do very well in that event, as he kind of has that history, so. Now, at the same time, I do feel like this hero is potentially pretty strong. I've always liked the idea that the skill set of Oracle. I think it kind of goes back to, though, to play at top tier, you know, to full efficiency, you could argue Oracle's one of the most difficult support heroes to play. And I think that has a part to do with it.
Oracle is extremely squishy and easy to bring down, and every one of her tools can be used on a different person if he's gonna play the most effectively. He wants to disarm somebody super important, root somebody else, whether it's for a purge or the actual snare. And it's just really hard to get into position to do all those things. I absolutely agree. It's one of the hardest here. Jerax is going to go for the rolling boulder on this courier.
Timing is perfect. Yet
what
another courier snipe.
Monster.
Just line that up 100%. So that's no courier. Obviously did get the salve delivered initially, but actually top lane, Rappy's in trouble. No-Tail, great hero blocking coming out. He has a man going to eat for another Chaos Bolt if he wants it to secure this kill. Jerax also trying to follow this up though, but Batrider pops the salve and keep it his distance. They need to be careful not to get first blood of themselves now. That tower.
Jerax almost like messed that up for them. His rolling boulder got him in front of Chaos Knight, and he's way slower than CK. So they couldn't get around the corner in time to actually stun Rappy right away.
Really can't because of failure, unfortunately. Bottom lane. That is a successful kill. S4 goes down. Missing the spin from Juggernaut and the assistance from the supports, of course, coming out. So, nice find there.
Yeah, very nice kill. There shouldn't have been a lot of kill pressure on S4 down here.
Beastmaster doesn't have the greatest escape course. Back to the middle lane as Jerax rolls in. Armel, cold snap. Not going to be enough to run him down. Fly solo fourth in, and Boombox. He misses the impale, unfortunately. Going front right there.
Yeah, nice dodge from Ana. They really just wanted to force the Astral out of Armel. If they did that, a Sunstrike could just land on his face, probably going to provide enough damage to close the kill out, but not able to force it out of him.
What's Rappy doing? Trying to toy with them at the jungle camp even.
Honestly,
those last hits.
If No-Tail dies here, it was a serious mistake, because Fly is going to be able to cover him so well in this lane. Fortune's End will actually purge off all of the napalm stacks. So even if Batrider gets to the point where he could go on somebody, all Fly has to do is group up with No-Tail, purge themselves, and then run away gleefully.
I roam middle lane. It's Phoenix. Scariest threat necessarily.
I was to say, I don't think I've heard Phoenix roaming middle very often.
Yeah. I saw somebody creeping up there after the side, and sure enough, it's Phoenix. Got that Icarus dive. Too much to be scared of, though, and especially since he had Earth Spear nearby. Ana feeling comfortable, I'm sure, about being fine. But Phoenix going to come back to the bottom lane. But as you said, I mean, Beastmaster should feel pretty comfortable. But he did die earlier, so...
Yeah.
A little bit
The
more
death
to
definitely
it.
hurts, but able to be farming right now. He's actually farming both the lane creeps and the jungle right now. So a little bit of bonus efficiency, but Gabby finally going to come in and put a stop to it.
Expecting essentially freeform though for Gabby on the Juggernaut. Rolling. Coming in from Jerax right here. The cold snap's going off too. Puts himself on it with the Astral Imprisonment. Thinks Assassin going to be here with the Impale to try to save the day as well. Invoker, Mana Burn on top of that. So Boombox looks like it's going to be enough to maybe save that Orbit Venom though. Doing work, and it is going to be enough damage. I'll actually credit the Forge Spirit. Taking credit for the last hit.
Oh, and Jerax there with the victory boulder smash. It's like, I got level 2, deal with it. Kick the boulder at Boombox.
How about Boombox, by the way, not getting spiked Carapace at level 2?
Definitely interesting.
Mana Burn.
Mana Burn is great if he's going to be hanging around mid, just burning Ana out. An Invoker without any mana is a sad Invoker.
Our Spirit Camp in the 4-minute rune here as well in the Radiant Jungle. That's Ana middle lane, meanwhile. Invoker Trying to run. The last attack is not enough damage.
So close.
Gets that salve up.
Jack's in a bit of trouble here, actually. Oh, he's out of spirits, though.
Yeah, Fly Solo will fall.
I am hard.
So they're kind of man-moding against one another, but Jarex has the last laugh. Top lane, Rappy goes down, though, on the Bat Rider. This time they finally do catch him out, so...
Yeah,
definitely have an action at all 3 lanes here.
Top lane's terrifying for the Bat Rider now. Now that Till has points up in both of his aggressive skills, and you have level 2 Purifying Flames, the burst damage coming out of this lane is just filthy from OG.
And Nyx Assassin going to sit on top of Fly. Try to get that clarity off, if anything, but can't get close enough. Good job keeping his distance. The clarity currently active onto Invoker. Armel's going to run in, take it off there, but it's basically done anyway, so... Not a big deal. That intelligence he's still in so far, though. That's adding up.
Yeah, it's about the only way he can stay competitive in this as far as lasting. And Ana's going to try to turn on him. Thankfully, the bottled Invis rune will save him. Boomback's taking this mana burn is paying off, though. It's making it so Ana just can't actually play up on Armel here at all.
Juggernaut, 27-9. You got Chaos Knight, though. I haven't mentioned too much about him, and no surprise, No-Tail's doing very well. Farming up here. So he's going to even use the Reality Rift. What's up?
What does he have queued up on No-Tail?
What is that?
Oh, it's the new Dom.
Is that the Helm of the Dominator? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the new Dom. That would be a very bizarre pickup. I'm curious to see what he does with it.
Well, that with the inner beast of Beastmaster, definitely a lot of RO attack speed.
It would definitely set them up to be a huge pushing force in the mid game, and it does provide him some much needed health regen, just so that he can sustain a little better in the lane. Usually you don't have CKs going a lifesteal item or any sort of real regen.
So let's see if he actually commits for that or not. But bottom lane, OG is setting up as if they want to make a play, but definitely tell Clutch Gamers has information. They're kind of zoning off to the side, and I don't think they're going to get that opening. Now, Fly is still hiding in here. He does have that Fortune's End.
Fly is probably going to be happy to wait here till S4 hits level 6. Once the Roar comes online, the Phoenix is pretty close to a free kill. So I think they're just waiting for that moment to come. And he's getting very close.
Oh, Icarus dive in. They're going balls with himself. Is the Radiant side, but now S4. Can he make his way out of it? The heal's coming out for Morcon. Has to play this defensive now. Roll's going to miss. Phoenix keeping his distance. The root eventually comes out on top of the Sunstrike. And sure enough, Phoenix will go down. So not only saves S4, but doing the work to get the turn kill.
Arg, 3 experience for level 6 on Beastmaster here. This is so sad.
He gets it. Jerax rolls on out for the cliff. It's like he just teleported there.
In the meantime, No-Tail did grab Phantasm right at level 6, just popped it and exploded the Bat Rider.
He's got evolutions.
He hit the proc, ended up getting 3, and that does a lot of damage.
He's going to use it to help push the top lane a little bit, but Rappy, yeah, falling again, 7.5 minutes in. 5-1 lead for OG right now. But yeah, you do have a level 6 Beastmaster at this point, so that Primal War is ready to go. See if an opportunity comes up.
His farm's not too bad. Sitting on Belt of Strength, almost 1,000 extra gold at 8 minutes. That's actually very good. Not quite as good as the last game, but it should be more than passable for keeping S4 in this game. And honestly, how do you deal with No-Tail at this point? The Bat Rider's not even able to stand up to him solo when Phantasm is up.
Yeah. Jerax just running at Gabby right here. Jesus. He definitely wants to get him to react of sorts, but he's not falling for it. Gabby's playing it defensive. Get the Hawk coming in. The root comes out, though. He has to start spinning away, and he will do so. They're still going to run down the Boulder Smash. Ooh, good job spreading out, but Phoenix got close enough for the Reality Rift pull in. These kills in. The Roar connects on a Juggernaut, actually. He has an Omni Slash after this.
That's a long way away.
The Reality Rift, man, the range of that's ridiculous. The Chaos Bolt and the Sunstrike finishes. OG just going deep. And it is working so far, but the Sandbeams Eclipse comes out from the OD in return. You see the imprisonment putting Chaos Knight under. Going to force him to walk away. So all they got was the...
They'll get S4 too, I think.
It looks like they are going to get Beastmaster as well. Yes, they are. All right.
A tad overzealous there from OG. Yeah, but they still managed to get a 2 for 2. They dropped the Juggernaut. No Tail's fine. All in all, OG will be relatively happy with that. And at the same time, Ana's just farming. He's got 9-minute Midas with the double null and full wand start. This is dream for an Invoker.
Yeah, Invoker, 550 gold already saved up. The Axe well in the works here. Like that Yules or 4-staff even needed. Just gonna go very routine build. Chaos Knight, he still has that the Dominator queued up, so like it wasn't really a fluke or him just gonna mess it around. It seems like that's definitely gonna be the choice. And again, that with the inner beast like we're talking about, the attack speed hero is gonna be real. Here on OG's side, he dominates, say, an Alpha Wolf, for example, and all that plus damage on top of that.
Yeah, and honestly, it may be tough for Clutch to actually bring down the creep that he dominates. Fly, poor Fly. Eats an Omni Slash.
Yeah, it's alright, I guess. I mean, it cost him an Omni Slash, but...
Yep. Absolutely did. Tome's up now, though, so he will be level 6. It shouldn't quite happen in the same way again. But at the same time, you've got OG just farming the other 2 lanes. They are going to give up this tier 1 top. Without any defense here, you just let this go.
So pressure in the bottom lane, continuing to do so themselves, and they might as well even put damage into the tier 2 tower. If Clutch Gamers is still working on that tier 1 at the top lane, it seems like that's exactly not what they're going to do. Instead, they're going to rotate out. Now, Jerax is still down here, as this S4.
Yeah, S4 alone adds a lot of pressure because this Aura goes on the creeps as well.
Middle lane, Armel could be in some trouble. The Hannah Midas himself, of course, trying to finish his power treads right here. But again, playing it safe. Know something's out. Fly, the very aggressive ward behind the tower coming out. You have Nyx Assassin. Yes, his Vendetta currently active. The Reality Rift pulling on OD. Gonna get the imprisonment off in time. He absolutely cannot. He goes down right there. Boombox is charging in. Looking for the target. Maybe gonna go for Ana if he gets some support, but currently doesn't have anyone with him, so.
Jerax is so good at this.
Yeah.
I mean, the rolling boulder in from pretty much max range and then connecting with silence on the way in. That was just beautifully played. And you gotta start to wonder, is this first ban material now again if you're playing against OG? It was for a long time, and it's looking like it's back.
If Earth Spirit's back in general, you gotta think that's definitely a warrant. And Nyx Assassin, the setup perfect right there. The roar, I mean, the boulder smash almost might have been enough, I want to say, but the roar absolutely makes it enough. Get the kill on the Nyx Assassin. Chaos Knight nearby. The Helm of the Dominator is finished. Does he have a creep yet? I don't think so. Wait, is that his creep? No.
Yeah, he'll grab the Alpha Wolf here. Did manage to find one right away. And if you're on the side of Clutch Gamers, it's actually a little difficult and daunting to even just bring down this creep. The only easy way to do it would be with OD's Midas. Otherwise, it's going to take quite a bit of time, quite a bit of autos, and potentially just put you in the range for Jerax to come in and wreck your day.
Oracle's going to have Arcane Boots even finished right here. He's also level 7. Of course, we haven't really seen the False Promise come into play just yet, but haven't necessarily needed it. They're up 9-4 in hero kills.
Until Phantasm's a bot lane to push this tower.
Lots of solutions. Again, that with the Helm of the Dominator. It's even more value out of it.
Yeah, this is the epitome of a tempo build for the CK. They want to get something out of this item pickup.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It means he doesn't have that armlet though, and I wonder if does he still go the armlet here, you think?
Potentially. He may go S and Y. That's kind of it's too late to go armlet, but I wish I had an armlet item. We'll have to see what he wants to do here with that. And he bought his own bottle. That's also an interesting idea. Since your Invoker's not going to go a bottle, it's a good way for him to keep his mana pool topped up. CK always has no problems. I'm really liking this build from No Tail, actually. It's really heads up with the way the game is.
Yeah. It's reacting with, and in fact pops the Hastian right here. Obviously using the Hawk to scout, but Clutch Gamers sees it in time and they start running away, but Cabby's still not in the best of spots. In fact, they're going to find Oracle themselves. Omni Slash committed for it. They get the kill, but at what cost now? They're going to right into a trap. The Chaos Bolt goes off into Nyx Assassin. Spin out. Nope, but the roar goes through. And the Sunstrike to finish the job. Can Boombox makes the escape with the TP. Did they use everything? No, they did not. Reality Rift pull in, and that's a 2 for 1.
Yeah. Here's an Invoker. Did they use everything?
good one.
Nah, very nicely done, though. Saving the roar for the very last second to stop the Juggernaut TP. And still managing to catch the +1 in the back. So, yeah, sure, you killed an Oracle, but very, very painful.
OD just gets you late. Obviously, again, he went the Hand of Midas, so either wants to farm right now and Force Staff, eventual Hurricane Pike is coming, but more time it takes to get set items online, more objectives you're going to be losing, as top tower is now even in trouble.
Yeah, OG's honestly kind of putting themselves on a clock here, but I think they're okay doing it. The Beastmaster's still committing to that Necro book, looking to go full Necro 3, and No-Tail has a BKB queued up next. This is going to have this massive power spike as soon as that's picked up. Ana has his Zags already. Yeah, they're going to be at, like, just this insane spike in about 2 minutes.
Having an Axe this early on for an Invoker just must feel so good.
You almost don't even have the mana to support it.
Yeah.
Like, you're flying through spells so fast, and you don't have any other items or enough levels. But you're not going to complain. It's a 15-minute Aghanims.
I think he's just fine with that idea right there, but Tier 2 tower now being heavily pressured. You got Clutch Gamers smoked up. That's going to avoid the Hawk, but will this work out in the end? They have a jump opportunity. Supernova, it is ready to go. The lasso, they catch Anna. Supernova in the backlands. Fly's going to run away from it. They're not going to be able to stop that Supernova. S4 runs up to it, but it's going to be way too late. It finally goes off right here. Out comes the meatball, though, from Ana. Armel's going to end up dropping. He's staying dead right now. The Omni-Slash bouncing around. We'll be able to take out the Beastmaster in the backlands, but now No-Tail pulls in Juggernaut. Reality Rift pull in. And enough damage, more than enough damage to finish him off. Bat right of the sole survivor on Clutch Gamer's side.
That was almost best case scenario for Clutch there. They got a great initiation off the Supernova. Not only did it not get killed, OG kind of hesitated and fought around it. It still blew up and caught 3, but just doesn't have the damage. The Sanity's Eclipse didn't come down there. And OG just looking super strong in this game right now. I mean, if you're Clutch, that was everything you wanted. And you only killed a Beastmaster.
I saw he lassoed Ana, but I'm guessing the False Promise took it off right away if he used it on him.
Yeah, it wasn't instant, but it was pretty close. And then that meatball was just huge. The meatball deafening blast from Ana hit like 2 people and shoved them straight backward. OD basically died just from that.
Oh, he's down over here. I heard the Sunstrike going off, but I was like, oh, nothing of it. And what the hell is that? Jesus. That Chaos Knight, man.
This just feels good if you're OG, because not only did you do fine in lanes and put pressure on them, Ana didn't have to do anything. Ana got some ganks, it was nice. They're looking to go on Nyx here too.
He makes it look so easy. I mean, we need to stop praising it so much because people know, but it's just... Derek said these barrel rolls, we see all the time players completely whiffing that ability. Feels like he's just on point every single time.
Some heroes just click with you. They just feel natural when you're playing them, and there they go again.
There's the Reality Rift pulling, and Juggernaut, he's dead. Maybe, yes. Not maybe playing it, but...
not quite gonna drop the Phoenix. Fiery Spirit's too good.
Yeah. Sunstrike it is! So he is.
Oh, man. Like, in all honesty, I've never seen a player who can Rolling Boulder Geomagnetic Group as smooth as he can. Like, heroes look silenced and I don't even see the boulder.
They're going to transition into a Roshan with this. I would imagine they're pretty good at killing Roshan here.
Yeah, it's not fantastic, but it's definitely good.
Beast.
Inner Beast is fantastic at doing it. Reality Rift shreds the armor.
Alpha Wolf. Yeah,
they'll definitely get there.
Doing it pretty well. Arcane Rune actually bottled up by Chaos Knight, so use that before that Phantasm. And okay, now they're not going to give this up easy. Clutch Gamers running on in. They want to make a fight happen. Roshan's not dead just yet, so taking a little bit too long. No-Tail running away. He's disarmed currently. Got saved up an Oracle, or attempted at least. He's going to be stunned down. The Primal Roar, though, hits on OD. Now No-Tail turning his damage. Phantasm already popped throughout this. Omni-Slash bouncing around on multiple heroes. Oracle saving himself with a False Promise for the time being. They do kill OD as well as Phoenix. And now Juggernaut, nice Boulder Smash done on both with the silence after the fact. They get the couple more kills. Fly actually stays alive throughout in a Rappy. 1, 2, 3 Sunstrike. Double kill
and
for Ana.
Literally power right.
They're all dead.
I want to go back and watch this and just look at what Fly did in that fight. He ulted himself, managed to, I saw him nuke 2 enemies, protect his own teammates, still squeezing enough heals to keep himself alive there.
Is under attack.
That was some nuts Oracle play there, and just super clean from OG, and Ana just instantly bots his bottom with Alacrity and starts pressuring this.
Might come back to bite him in the ass, though. Maybe not. Don't have enough firepower there, and he just walks it off. The defensive urn comes out. Oh, Earth Spirit and Oracle both. Oh, no. Okay, I thought I had an Oracle clicked earlier, but no, just Earth Spirit with the urn.
Yep.
Oracle with the Arcane Boots and the mana. Yeah, Magic Wand there.
This is kind of an Ana thing. Most invokers, once they get the Aghanims, tend to go a movement speed or a movement item, usually Blink. Ana tends to not. Like, if he buys a Blink at all, it's usually 5th, 6th item. He's going straight into the Lincolns here. It's going to be huge in stopping Lasso. Batrider's so far from any other item to break the Lincolns that it's going to make Ana a very, very difficult target to go on.
So where's this comeback mechanic for Clutch Gamers? OD's 8,500 net worth. That Hurricane Pike is coming. I mean, Juggernaut, we really haven't touched on him too much, but has the Yasha, the Manta style almost finished? Is it some items, or is it just kind of, you know?
I mean, Manta style almost finished at 20 minutes. It's just a little too late. Their best shot would be, like, everyone else dying but OD, and OD just racks up int somehow throughout the fight, and then just Sanity Eclipses for, like, 3 or 4 kills.
Well, Imprisonment will delay this a little bit, but now OD, this is basically OD saving a Phoenix, or attempting to, and he dies because of it. I mean, a good idea, but really, in hindsight, you really would have been better off running away at that point.
Nice. I love how he go through a 2-minute tirade about how Ana doesn't buy Blink early, and then he buys Blink, ignoring his quick buy. Thanks, Ana. Appreciate it.
Got him.
Yeah. How do you stop Mithiel here, though? He's got his BKB. Pretty full pets can still give an Aegis on him.
Reality Rift feels like it's like in like 1,000 range. What is? Does it even say the range on it? Yeah, 700.
Yeah. It's a little longer than most heroes' attack range. If you start the animation and they don't bog it or get really far away, you usually finish it.
Nyx, melee racks, it's melting. Fly Solo just gonna sit from a distance and needs to be careful there, but oh, there's that Reality Rift. Guess what? Stun's coming out, but Notel actually falling back rather than trying to secure that kill. Probably the smart decision. He does have an Aegis, but doesn't want to die deep in their face. His teammates are just pushing the bottom lane meanwhile.
Ana's gonna kill the melee racks. I was just watching him sit there with no health. So that's 2 melee racks given away. 21 minutes. I mean, OG's almost managing 1,000 gold a minute on their lead. This is all but undusted at this point.
Yeah, it does feel like we're in that bit of an overtime phase almost already. We had a game earlier. I want to say it was even the first game against Newbie, if I'm not mistaken, where Clutch Gamers, you know, they were down similar to this, honestly, and they hung into the very bitter end. I'll say that. So, team that does not want to give up, but it's looking pretty grim right here, as you mentioned. How do they really stop the Chaos Knight? And there's just no obvious answer. There's no miracle item, or miracle's not in this game. So, what can you do?
In E's Ask Me Anything, someone asked what the differences in the regions were. Play Solo's dead again. And his analysis of Southeast Asia was they flame, they're low skill, but they never give up. It's like, ouch. Jeez. Okay.
See ya, TI-7.
I know, right?
OD. Oh, no Sunstrike, but did he try to push him into that? Jerix gets the kill there. Just a matter of time now. Pushing in 40 seconds for OD, no buyback. We're gonna lose the mid. ECCG is like, screw it, let's just try to push tier 3 ourselves at the top lane. We're not gonna win a fight right now. Let's see what we can get. But in the meantime, they're on the verge of what could possibly be megas now. Coming out from OG, so they're gonna work on the tier 3 at the top.
Yeah, looking like it. I'm really impressed by how much work this Helm of the Dominator actually did in this game for Notel. The aura alone, the HP aura, has saved them in multiple fights, just making sure that they're in sustainable push level health after they win the fight.
The item just went from top tier to no tier after a couple of patches. But Notel kind of showing here that maybe there is something to it. There's a Reality Rift pulling on a Phoenix. Easy kill there. Trying to finish the game off for good now. OD, he's got to. Reality Rift again catches Batrider. It's such a short cooldown, only 6 seconds here. There's the applauses. GG's come out and it's official. OG will finish 5-2 here in the groups. That absolutely secures them the winners again. They might have even with the loss here, but this is just no questions asked.
100% secure slot for them, so they will be moving into the upper bracket. Not gonna have to fight through single elimination hell. And what game do we have for our final game of the day?